Hey guys, going to do the diff and transfer oils on my car. Bit of a service update. Just show you some of the lubricants. This is the front diff oil. This is the rear diff. You can only really get it from Range Rover in Australia. And that's the oil that the electronic rear diff takes. Transfer case comes in a special bottle. Special transfer box oil. And yeah, you can order this for JLR. You can get new washers and sump plugs. So I replace them every time I do it. Very low cost. Yeah. Okay, they're the oils and I'll show you where they go. Okay, on the L494, to access the front diff, I've just got the car up on ramps at the moment, but you'll have to remove the lower engine protection bash plate and that'll give you access to the diff. I'll take that off. Okay, now I've got the bash plate off. You can see that's your engine sump and that's your drain hole if you're going to change the oil from the bottom of the vehicle. That's the drain hole for the front diff and that's the filler hole. Now just note, with this model Land Rover, and I think most Land Rovers I'm learning, is the filler hole does not necessarily mean that's the level. So this front diff only takes half a litre, 0.5 of a litre, so you do not fill until oil comes out of there. You basically put in 500 ml into the diff. So we'll drain the oil now from here and we'll see how much comes out. Okay, I've got the tools required now. I've got a, if that will focus, but it's a 5/16, she won't focus. Nope, won't focus. 5/16 Allen key, which locates in the filler hole, and basically a 3/8 drive socket. I'll extend it for 3/8 drive is what undoes the drain hole. So it's a good idea to make sure you can get the filler hole open before you open the drain hole, in case you can't open the filler, you won't be able to put oil back in it. So I'll do that now and I'll drain the oil, see what comes out of it. Okay, the oil's drained. It was pretty clean oil actually. Can't really see in the blood. Oil was very clear coming out of the front diff, which is a good thing, and not much in there. Like I said, it's only half a litre, so I'll let that dribble out a little bit, put the sump plug back on, and here's the filler to put in half a litre. Okay, you can see I've put the new sump plug and the filler plug on. The genuine JLR products that, like I said, minimal cost. They come with the thread sealant ready on them, so you don't get any leaks. And to put the oil in, I just simply use one of these little Tom Thumb pumps. It's only half a litre, doesn't take long, and the front diff oil has been replaced. Now we've done the front diff, we'll move into the transfer case. So the second guard, what do you call it, underbody protection plate now needs to be removed. So I'll remove that and I'll show you where the transfer case is. Okay, now I've got the rear guard off. There's also another little guard you'll need to remove on the back of the transfer case. This one here, it's got 3 bolts all on, and that covers the filler plug you can see here. And the drain plug for the transfer case is here at the back of the transfer. So again, I'll make sure I open the filler plug first, so make sure I can get that off. Then drain the oil and I'll tell you the quantity. Remember, the filler plug is not the level, it's only the fill port. Again, the oil is quite clear. I do service this car quite often, so you might find yours is quite brown or even black. But yeah, that's the transfer case draining, and I'll replace the copper washer on the filler and on the sump. Again, you can buy them from JLR, and again, they're very cheap. Transfer case sump nut back on, and now I'll pump the oil in. The quantity is 1.5 litres. So once I pump this in, I'll do that up. The transfer case is done, and we'll move to the rear diff. Now that the front diff's done, it's to the rear diff. Now on the rear diff, you'll see there's a 5/16 plug there, but that's the drain hole, and you'll see up there is the filler. So being an Australian car, it's right-hand drive, so this is on the passenger side, the left-hand side of the vehicle, looking forward. So okay, so now I'll drain the oil. First I'll crack that filler to make sure I can get that off, the 5/16 Allen key, and then the 3/8 drive to drain the rear diff, and I'll put the correct quantity in, and that's all the oil is done. The rear diff oil now has been filled up. 1.25 litres was the quantity. I'm not sure if I already mentioned I've put the underbody bash plates back on. I actually turned the car around to get easier access to the rear diff. But that's the front transfer and rear diff oils changed. Okay. Hey guys, you would have noticed at the start of the video, I opened up this box, which is the rear diff oil, and it had bot 850 inside it. Well, that's not actually correct. The part number is, it should be bot 720 for the Range Rover electronic rear diff. The bot 850 that's been incorrectly packaged in this box is actually for the Land Rover single transfer case, so your non-low range models. So yeah, that's what to look out for. The correct oil for the rear electronic locking diff on the Range Rover is bot 720. I noticed that just before I started to put the oil in that I had two different numbers, and I couldn't remember which was which. Lucky I had an old container from previous time I done it, and compared it, then looked up the part numbers to find out what was what. So yeah, one to look out for. Lucky I caught it. Cheers guys.